So I'm not sure how long we've been lost in these woods or what really is hunting us. There seems to be hints that it could be minotaurs, but I didn't even think they were real. What's this? Oh, excellent. We finally found one. That means we've got the start of how to get out of here. We now know that there are no more, because we've got the stick, and stick maths mean everything. We know there's no more sticks that way, or that way, or that way, or water's going to be nearby. As soon as we find water, it won't be long until we find teepees. I think we're going to survive this. Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins. Today we are doing a solo review of Core of Discovery, a game set in the world of Manifest Destiny, a game that has ingrained itself so far into my grey matter that I now assume I am orthogonally adjacent to water anytime I see a stick in real life. If you've managed to see any of our Let's Plays on the channel, then I think you already know exactly how we're going to come down on this one. However, there are actually a couple of negative points that I want to discuss throughout this video, so stay tuned for them. We'll mainly be referencing the fauna option when I'm going through this video, but flora has been played and it's basically the same with a few additional mechanics that I won't be really mentioning throughout this video. In fact, we'll only be doing an ever so brief how to play, and I mean ever so brief how to play, before we move on to my thoughts. Playing the game is a case of trying to complete various challenges. In a day, you get 3 challenges, always starting with Approach the Ark, where you must find a stick, and then to pass, you get some food, so you don't die. If you complete all 3 challenges by the end of the day, and you have some food, congratulations, you didn't die. Not dying's kind of good. You have to go through, and depending on which one you're playing, but again focusing on fauna, you have to kill 3 minotaurs by solving some meth Sudoku. This meth Sudoku that you do, obviously you will find a stick which is next to water, and all of a sudden you can see through time. Now, I'm going to say, jump in straight away with this. This is a positive thing, a super positive thing. As you start revealing things on the 7x7 grid, then you do start feeling like a genius. It may just be me because I'm the best at games, but it could be the game is designed in such a way that it gives you this grand sense of satisfaction that, yes, I found a stick, so now I know there's no more sticks in any of these, which the more sticks I find, I can start telling exactly the layout of this map, so I'm going to win because I'm a genius. It's fantastic. When you just get everything just ticking away and you know exactly what you need to do and you can do it, it's brilliant. And this is one of the genuine best feelings you can get in any board game. And this game does it in such a way it just makes you feel good. It is mining your dopamine and I love it. Which brings us to the one of the first negatives. Yes, you can build up this map in your brain and you can use all of the tokens, and the tokens are fantastic, but we're not saying nice things at the moment. So, amazing tokens, ew, how dare they? But you can use these amazing tokens to kind of plot what you think's happening on the map, which is really good. If you want to do it that way, I like to do it that way because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So I can go, oh look, there's going to be a stick there, there isn't, I don't know, and there's going to be a skull over there. I'd obviously do more meth Sudoku before I started doing that, and that is also brilliant. However, if you've mapped out exactly where everything is and you know for certain that you've got something correct, it can be so frustrating not having the amount of turns that you need. And that's just out of your hands. So the first negative that I'm going to throw in there is kind of part and parcel with these types of games, and it's okay. This is not a deal killer. This is not any reason why you should avoid this game. It is just be aware that sometimes RNG is against you if you have not selected the correct place to start. So in these you do get 7 things here. So you get 7 options to choose, and maybe your second one, your second challenge will be the really annoying one where you need vines, and if you don't get vines, you get a sample token. If you get a sample token, you're pooched for the rest of the game. maybe you started here and the only vines are down here and you don't have enough movement to get down there and you've lost straight away. It happens. It's not good. But it is just part and parcel with the game, so it's not no reason why you should avoid it, because the game is fantastic. And I'm going to keep coming back to the fact that the game is fantastic. But while we've dipped down into the negatives, let's go over the other one. And I believe that this is the still kind of... Wait, no, there is still a slight with the Orange Jesus. And I'm going to bring this card and I'll see if we can focus in on it. This is the card that I despise in this, and I'm not going to take it out. I'm not going to ruin the game, but you cannot kill monsters while this card is in play, and you need to have a mushroom house, which are incredibly difficult to get. So you have to find a space you can build them on and get certain things that are very difficult to find. If you get this one straight away, you have basically lost. There are ways to resolve it. There are ways to get around it. You can go all the way across the map just to discard a threat card. But if you've got that one straight away and you're just unlucky, quite frankly, that's RNG as well. So there are a couple like that, but if you get them later in the game, it's fine. So RNG is a bit of a strict mistress in this game. Other than that, RNG's fine. It's lovely. You genuinely can use the map of Meth Sudoku to kind of figure out your path. And if you get it right, again, it's so good. So good. They've done such a good job just balancing this and making sure that it is fun and works. We won't mention the Kickstarter, will we? But they did fix that, so it's okay. Next, the amount. Right, so if you are thinking of buying this and you are on the fence because, well, once you've done a map, you've done the map. No. I mean, yes, but also no. Just if we're just talking about Fauna, there's 10 maps, and I am about halfway through Fauna, halfway through Flora, but I couldn't tell you what happened in the first map. I can't remember the map. There's 49 spaces on there. If you're telling me that you've got an eidetic memory, you can remember it all, fine. Unlucky. This game might not be for you, or it still is because it's still amazing. You're still getting 20 games out of it for like 40 quid or whatever it's going to be. I'm sure, and this is not a sponsored video by the way, but Off the Page Games, if you want to put a few details down below, I know you do follow us along, so if you do want to put a few details down below, not sponsored, but if you want to just give us an idea of what the retail would be when it's coming and how anyone can go ahead and get it, you are more than welcome to. We're never going to judge you for doing that. So keep that in mind. If they have pinned it below, they've got all the details for you. But the amount of content in here is insane. You've got 10 maps, and I would say that's about 40 minutes per map on Fauna. Flora, I'm just going to say 40 again, just for the sake of that's 800 minutes. Okay, 800 minutes in the base game, and that's just maps. You have a multitude of different characters that all have their own different powers that can tear it up. You have all the different gear. In a way, it's kind of a roguelike, but not really, but kind of, but not really. But the amount of different things that you can have for it, again, is a massive positive. And I'm not going to go through them all because there's so many of them, and it isn't really a spoiler, but it might be something that you would like to discover for yourself, except for the jar. I really, really like the jar because it just reminds me of Zelda for some reason. It's nothing to do with Zelda. It doesn't even work the same way. It just makes me happy. And I think that's the main thing about this game. Right, so how does it work? I want to do a how does it work bit so we can get to the next negative. How does it work? You will get an amount of moves that you can get if this will focus. If not, it's fine. We'll do it up here. It's fine. You'll get an amount of explore tiles that you can do. So for the first one, it is 5. On Approach the Arch, the one that you always go for, you'll get 5 explorers to find a stick. if you find the stick, you can basically win the game. It's kind of like save the cheerleader, save the world, find the stick, kill the minotaurs. So what will happen is, and we'll go onto the table for this, you will reveal a token. That's a bad one, so I'm going to put that back because that's an extra mechanic that I'm not discussing. You will reveal a token and you'll go, right, I've had one of my 5 and I've found some food. You'll get a token and you'll put the food on here. And you'll keep going, ignore this stick. That stick shouldn't be there. But you'll keep going until you have used up all of your 5. If you found a stick, which we didn't, amazing. If you find a stick, you'll pass it and you'll get some food. If you don't find a stick, you'll fail it, but you still get some food, but you have to discard a water. I'm not going to go too much into it because that's something you're going to discover how to balance on the way. But we've done this and I love it. Every map is different. There's a special sheet that you put in as you're putting every single explore token. Every single one of these has to be manually put in every time you want to play. This is very, very nitpicky. And it is super nitpicky. The game is that good. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and find a negative, but this is genuinely one of them. Setting up for this recording session, I had to set this up in such a way where it looks as though I could potentially be playing a game. I'm not. I've got more to do after this, but I had to set this up. So I had to place 49 explore tokens. And it's tedious. It's a little bit less tedious when you know that you're going to have the joy afterwards. I know I'm not playing this game. I've already done this map. I failed miserably. But I had to just go through it one by one and fill it up. And it was arduous. It's boring. It's something that is not a deal killer. Genuinely. If you love this game, and you will love this game, if Meth Sudoku at all feels like it might tickle your pickle, the having to place in 49 stupid little tokens. Okay, let me rephrase that because they're not little, they are stupid, but they are beautiful. Every component in this base game is, and this is just the base game, by the way. This isn't any of the fancy expensive stuff. This is just the base game. It's tedious. Could they have done it another way? Yes. Yes, they could. I have been thinking about this review for a while. Could they have done it another way? Yes. Can I explain how? Not really. Little slidey doors, a lot of plastic. Bad. Plastic's bad. We don't like plastic. We want biodegradable. But they could have done it. It works. The game works. But that bit is just... You know, I'm going bottom of the barrel when I'm complaining about having to place 49 tokens. More positives. It makes you feel so good when you figure it out. It makes you feel so intelligent when you figure out the special rules. So there's a special rule on every map, and once you've got it down and you go, right, if this is here, then that's there, then this is there, then that's there, then this is this, and I'm the best at games. It's brilliant. I would recommend this. Numbers are really weird because I haven't really figured out how we're going to be doing the rating system on this channel because it is subjective, and I've always found it subjective. There are things that I could be on a good day and having a good game and so on and so forth. But with this one, it's a go out and buy. It's not a borrow and try, it's a go out and buy. I think with the fact that you get 20 maps, you get 800 minutes worth of game time for a low price that Off the Page Games might have put down in the comments. They might not have done, but if not, I'll see if I can find out the exact release date. I believe it's sometime this month, and I think it's about £40, which is absolute bargainous. There are a multitude of expansions as well. And you can just go and download some from the internet. If you want more content, you can go and have more content. Off the Page Games are supporting the heck out of this. And it's beautiful. And I love it. And go and buy it. I think if we're doing numbers, many numbers. Off the Page Games, you're getting many numbers. This game is that good. Yes, the negatives, RNG, that actually is a thing. But it is what it is. it is what it is. You're going to get that in any game you play. And the placing of the 49 tokens, I will defend the fact that that is tedious and annoying till the day I die. But there isn't a better way to do it. It still works. It's a lovely game. Have I missed anything except for the fact that you should go and buy it? I don't think so. Go and buy it. This is many numbers, all of the numbers. So there's our rating. It's a mixture between many numbers and go and buy it. Potentially the most positive outcome that there could have been on the channel. That being said, thank you for joining my little rant and ramble as we still figure out the world that is YouTube's. Any feedback, please do leave in the comments below. And yeah, bye for now. So that's the video done. You would not actually believe how far we had to walk to find a stick. I'm knackered. But we found a stick, and the stick knows the way. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. We've got to walk miles to get back now, all to find a dumb stick. So,